Today we will present our science fair project. The question that we will be asking is, which salt will melt ice at a faster rate of time?
The science fair project will be presented by Catherine Lim, Jacqueline Canlas, Lorna Tolentino, and Rebecca Meza. This video will consist of the hypothesis, the materials used, our purpose, the data found, results, and our conclusion. Our hypothesis is that the rock salt will melt the ice the fastest because it covers a larger area and will separate into individual sodium and chloride ions. Materials we will be using are the MS600 digital pocket scale, measuring spoons, 6 metal containers, a poster board, freezer, sink water, kosher salt, iodized salt, sea salt, a timer, pitcher, plate, and Himalayan salt or rock salt.
For our procedure, we have steps to our experiment. First, fill pitcher with sink water. Second, put container on measuring scale. Third, subtract weight of the container. Fourth, fill water into container until scale measures 2.50 ounces. Fifth, put container into freezer. Sixth, repeat 9 more times. Seventh, take container from freezer and onto plate. 8, remove ice from container onto plate. 9, put container onto measuring scale. 10, subtract weight of the container. 11, put 1/2 of salt onto ice. 12, wait for 10 minutes. 13, separate ice and melted water. 14, put leftover ice into container. 15, measure leftover ice weight. 16, remove ice onto plate. 17, pour melted water into container. 18, measure the weight of the melted water. 19, repeat on the rest of the container. 20, compare time records. 21, determine which salt went the fastest by averaging. Our purpose. The purpose that will be determined by completing our experiment will be to find out which type of salt will have the fastest rate of melting ice. By experimenting our hypothesis, it will tell what type of salt will be the most convenient in use of doing so.
The outcome for this event is the rock salt melting ice at a faster rate of time. By calculating the data that was measured, our hypothesis is evidently correct. From the time recordings, the 4 salts, iodized, sea, kosher, and Himalayan, the rock salt came first, the iodized second, kosher third, and lastly, sea salt fourth.
Overall, to conclude, our results have shown that out of all the results that rock salt has the highest average for the rate of the melting ice, placed at 86% in our calculations.
With doing so, our hypothesis is correct for the reason being is that it has particles typically up to 5 millimeters.
Larger particles burn through ice down, then melt the ice bottom up.
With the larger particles, it prevents refreezing.
Thank you for listening to our presentation.